Hi learners, welcome to Bravo Easy to Learn English Grammar, and the topic we are going to see today is verbs. We did touch on it earlier on the 8 parts of English grammar, but we just want to go a little bit more detail in the verb because every sentence needs a verb put on it. So it will be easy for you to sort of learn it a little bit more in depth so that you know where to use them. Okay, let's go on. Okay, let's go into the depth of verbs. Let me give you a little description of verbs and what are the types of verbs that we are going to cover today, and then later on I'll be going with each and every part of it in more detail so that with some examples for you to be able to understand it better. They tell you the actions or they tell you the actions and state of being. So it tells you the action or action and state of being. And some points here that I have, the main verbs that we come across in everyday English: action verb, state of being, main verb, helping verb, and special qualities of verb. So we have about 5 categories here, and then I'm going to set you some examples with some sentences where we are using each and every one of them. Okay, so let's start with the action verb. So the first one is action verb. You can see the action verb itself. You can see action means something is happening. So it's quite explanation by itself. She is singing. He is playing. We are running. They are not coming. You can see all these are the actions: singing, playing, running, coming. This is all action. Is and are the verbs. So this is how it's used. So when it says like this, then you know it falls into the category of action verb. And you can see here these are the actions and these are the verbs. Now you can see she is one person, he is one person, so it will be is, she is, he is. The moment it becomes plural, there's more than one person, will become plural. We, so you would not say we is, it will be we are, they are, because it's more than two people, makes the plural will become, the single ones will be is, the plural will become are, because this is like present tense, it's happening now. So if it had happened before, it's going to happen, it will change, and we're going to come into that a little later on the time scale of verbs. But here at the moment, the most important thing that you need to notice is when it's a single one, it will be is, when they are plural, it will be are. Okay, now the second verb is state of being. Now state of being is a non-action verb. So here the examples are, it's he is a driver. Now the state of being or what he is a driver, but when he is driving, it will be an action word. Now he is not driving, his state of being is a driver, so it's a state of being statement is he is a driver. And the reason, and here the verb will be is, and because it's a singular person, it will be he is, and if it's a plural, it will be are. So, and then here second one, I am not well. So the state of being of my position today is I am not feeling well. So that will become the state of being statement, and because it's one person is me, it will be I am. It's always I am. It won't be I s, or like she is, he is, but it will be me, I am. We are Indians. So the state of being of the community, the Indian community, will be stated as we are Indians. The reason it becomes are, as I spoke to you earlier on, is because we is plural. They are Americans. They is plural, so the action verb will be, the verb will be are, and state of being is they are Indians. So their position or their state of the nation is they are Americans. So we'll go through it one more time. He is a driver. So the state of being of his position is driver. If he is driving, then it will become an action word. But here it comes under state of being because that's his position. I am not well, because I am not well today. So my state of being today is I am not well. We are Indians. They are Americans. The state of being of that position of the community is they are, we are Indians and they are Americans. Plural becomes are, singular will be is, and because it's one person is me in person, it will be am. So this is some of the examples of the state of being. Let's move on to the third one. Shine, stop, run, walk. So these are the 4 verbs that we have taken here to show you how to make them into main verbs. Now you can see I've taken shine. Sun shines. Very short and sweet it explains. It explains to you exactly what's happening. Sun shines. You don't need any additional words, any additional adjectives, nouns, adverbs, conjunctions, prepositions, anything added on or any decorative words added on to show the meaning to it. Just short and simple, it says sun shines. Still it's a sentence, but it's very short without any decorative words added on to make a sentence. Same thing, stop. Bus stops. You understand? Bus stops. But if you want to make it into a long sentence with state of being or with the action verbs, it will be saying the bus is stopping in the stop. So all that is, it will just be added on and elaborated. But here the main verb is just the verb with one more word added to it to say what is happening. So shines, what is shining? Sun. Stop, what is stopping? The bus. Run, who is running? They run. Walk, who is walking? We walk. So it still makes sense, it's still a sentence which is understandable, but without any of these decoratives of adjectives, nouns, adverbs, conjunction, preposition, none of them added on to it. It still makes sense to it, and that is what is called the main verb. Okay, we looked at main verb. Now we are going to be looking at helping verb. Now some of the examples here are may, can, will, must. So these are the verbs that are going to be used in the helping verb: may, can, will, and must. Now ignore this for the time being. This I have just written it for you to be able to understand. So when you say train may, it doesn't make sense. But if you remember it, the previous one we looked at was main verb, where we don't need the support of the other letters to make the sentence. So it was sunshine. It made sense. But here train may do what? So you need, this is a helping verb, it needs additional support to make the sentence. So train may, for example, be late. So that is the additional support it needs. William can do what? Additional support is play tennis. This is just an example of the sentence. Teresa will, it doesn't make sense. But the moment you say Teresa will come late, it makes sense. So all these words, and here also Paul must. What does Paul must? Read the book. So this is an additional support that is needed to make sense of this particular sentences, which are called the helping verb. So you need a help. That's what it means. You need the help to support the verb. But in the main verb we looked at earlier on, we don't need the help. Just 2 letters will make two words will make sense, but here it doesn't. These 2 words don't make sense by itself. The moment you give an additional support, it does. Train may. The support is be late. William can. Support is play tennis. Teresa will come late. Paul must read the book. So you can see it needs a help to make sense of the verb which comes under the category of helping verbs. Okay, special qualities. It's one of the categories of the verbs. It generalizes mainly on the time factor. When is it happening? Time factor. So the examples I've taken is am, was, are, will be. Okay, how it's used. I am working on it. So that means the time factor is currently I'm working on a project, I'm working on anything that I'm doing. I'm working on it means it's happening right now. So the time factor here is I'm working on it now. Okay, she was reading a book. So here the time factor was something that has happened. It's past tense. She's already read the book. So or she was reading the book. So the time factor is she was. We are ready to play. The time factor here is that we are ready to play now. We are ready now. So and as I said to you before, because it's plural, it will become are. And she was a single person, so it will become was. If it was a plural, then it will be were. They will be going to church. So this is the time factor here is the future tense, that they are going to be going to church. They will be. It could be tomorrow, it could be later, but they will be going to church. So this is the time factor they were seen, and it's usually used with a tense, past tense, present tense, future tense. Now that is a different topic altogether, which I will be covering as well. So we will use these examples in a little bit more elaborate way when we are using the tense.